Just looking back at the film last night, what did you like the most about last night's game?
I like our response in the second half. I thought we came out with the mindset that we're going to set the tone defensively. We picked up our pressure, and it led to us getting easy baskets offensively.
How much more comfortable do you think Z looks in the offense when he has the ball in his hands and he's able to be a playmaker? I think he had like 22 or 23 potential assists last night if shots go in. How much more comfortable does he look there?
I think he's comfortable, just getting more comfortable in general. There's times where he has it on the box or in the post rather, and he's making plays from there. There's times now where we're putting the ball in his hands a bit more, and he's been doing phenomenal, making the right plays, attacking, getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line. So he's getting more and more comfortable as we progress, and that's what we want to see.
I know you were asked a lot about kind of the corner mark of the season. What are you thinking overall about the second-year guys? Just, when you envision what they'd be able to do coming into the season, just the progress that they've made through 20.
They're all doing really well. I feel like everybody has taken another half a step and probably another half a step as we progress throughout the season. But all of those guys that late last year were contributing are coming in this season, and they're hungry. They're playing physical. They're playing our style. And I'm super excited and proud of what our second-year guys are doing this season.
Heard you talk a little bit after the game last night, just, you telling JV, hey, we want you to shoot, we want you to shoot. What is that process like of getting him to get those up?
It's taking a little bit of work, but JV, he's so good at listening to the coaches, watching film. He's a pro. His whole career he's played mostly down low and loves physicality and banging with guys, but he can shoot the ball, and we want him to not necessarily just play in the post, but add to his game by just stretching the floor when he's open and he has opportunities to take those shots. We want him to take them.
Coach, how important is it to find that balance where JV does stand on the perimeter, look for the open shot at times? And have you maybe considered comparing him or showing him some film of maybe, like, say, Al Horford or somebody else that kind of does look for those shots more?
It is a balance. I don't quite know exactly how many shots JV is going to shoot on the perimeter. I want him to feel comfortable doing it, though. And the more that he can get comfortable with taking some threes, but also just, pick and pop shots that aren't threes, but it's a good shot for him. He's an elite shooter. And that's what we're trying to get across more than anything, is that you can go to the post and have more of an impact when you're spreading teams out on the perimeter. So I think he's starting to get a better feel for it, and we're definitely enforcing it.
Is this also about like 17, 18 footers like middies and things like that? Because I've seen he looks like he's taken a few more of those in the last 3-4 games.
Especially, yes, and especially off pick and rolls. When he sets the screen, two gets on the ball, we hit him in the pocket pass. Sometimes when he drives the ball, the defense is already there, but he has an open shot. We want him to feel comfortable shooting those.
Is he playing out here just kind of passing the ball around? Was he able to do anything today?
He's doing some work in the weight room, some work with our medical staff, but he didn't do anything on the floor with the team.
Any idea when you think he can come back, or still kind of day-to-day?
Still day-to-day. We'll continue to update you guys. I don't have an answer on when we think he'll be back yet.
Is there any update on Herb?
Same thing, day-to-day with Herb. He didn't do anything on the floor today, so we'll continue to update you guys when we get more information, but right now, those guys will still be out for tomorrow.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Just overall last night, how did you feel kind of getting back out there?
Movement-wise, I felt fine. I felt like my legs were a little tired, a little sluggish. Timing wasn't great, but I like the quality looks that I got overall. I like the way we were playing, especially in the second half defensively, and knew it was going to be tough coming out of 10, 11 days without really getting up and down in the game. But I'm glad I was able to get out there and get some game reps.
What did you think of Zion's his last week or so, but he's kind of been,
I think
he got back from his recent injury.
He's settling in. He's getting comfortable. You can see the explosiveness, not just around the basket, but the north-south transition, the pace he's playing with defensively, the intensity, blocking shots, accepting challenges at that end. He's been great for us, and he's showed why he's one of the best players in the league.
CJ, does he look a little bit different to you than when you were with Portland and you played against him?
I can't remember can remember. That was a few years ago, but I think just seeing him up close, you see the comfortability, how well he finishes around the basket, the touch, the skill set, the passing. You get to see somebody every day. It's different than playing him twice a year or 3 times a year, but you can definitely see the development in his game, the growth, and the comfort level as he gets used to our plays. Willie, some of the players that he probably hasn't played with before, I think he's getting more comfortable.
You guys are third right now in the league in defensive efficiency. I'm not sure many people thought this was going to be a strength of this team. What has kind
You
of
didn't think so?
guys?
You didn't think it would be?
I didn't think it would be third. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not gonna give a
Not
fake
right
grade
away,
on
maybe.
Zion's like defense, but I don't think it would have been third. But what has kind of led you guys on that end to do something?
I think it's a credit to our coaching staff for development, understanding our principles, and really focusing on the small things, and then us just going out there and applying what we've learned to the game, putting in the effort, helping each other out, communicating effectively, and a lot of different guys have contributed towards that with the injuries, the changes in rotations, and it shows you the depth and the ability for multiple people to play different roles and to continue to figure out ways to guard.
How about the buy-in that it takes? And it kind of starts with you, Brandon, and Z. How that has kind of contributed to everything.
Yeah, I mean, we all got to defend, especially us, especially myself. Guarding a lot of point guards, guarding shooting guards. You get a lot of pick and roll, so communication is important. And then rotating on the backside at the defensive end is really important. I think Z has definitely accepted the challenge, especially as of late. Bi, when he was playing before the injury, he was aggressive, getting in passing lanes, we were getting deflections, getting out and running. So I think that shows you the growth that we're all making together.
CJ, how important is this stretch now? I'm sure you've looked at the schedule. Got Denver tomorrow, and then of course 2 against the 2 against the Jazz, 3 against the Suns after that.
Well, we played Detroit in between there, so I think that's an important game for us too. But we got a tougher schedule coming up where we're playing against playoff quality teams, some teams that are looking to potentially try to win a championship. And then we got some other teams in there who are young and developing. It's going to be a tougher, grinded-out game where there's going to be a lot of switching and things like that. So you get different types of games, and you got to be able to rise to the occasion, especially at home. You got a chance to play some games at home. You got to take advantage and really see where you're at. I think this is a great chance for us to see where we're at. Obviously, we have some injuries and stuff like that, but it'll be a competitive game with a lot of teams who play similar in terms of how we play, scoring in the paint, shooting threes, but not a lot, but high efficiency, and then forcing guys off the line.
We've seen the jump that Trey, Jose, and Herb have made from their rookie year to their second year through 20-something games. I mean, do you remember what were some of the biggest differences going into your second year, whether it's experience, confidence, like just being more familiar with the opponents? What do you think were some of the biggest things?
I think you learn how to prepare better. You get a different understanding of in-between games, how to get yourself ready, and then you have more experience. I didn't play a lot my first 2 years, so meaningful minutes is helpful for experience, it's helpful for comfort, and then it's helpful for the staff to get more familiar with what you have to offer and to give you more of a longer leash in terms of making mistakes and be able to play through them.
Tomorrow you're going to have your press pass, you're going to have actual kids at the game and going through things like that. Just what does it mean for you to be able to have that program and give them in-game, like, real experience?
I think it's really cool. Continue to figure out ways to mentor, especially young journalists or aspiring journalists who want to be around the game. They want to see what it's like to not only watch a game, but to cover it, to be able to ask questions, to be able to kind of do some of the things that you guys are doing. And I'm thankful for the support I've had, in this city. I'm thankful for the organization, being able to continue to figure out ways to help implement some of the things that I was doing before I got here. But I think it's just really cool. I wish I had those types of opportunities when I was younger, but I'm just trying to provide different resources for the kids and exposing the different things.
Thanks, CJ.
Thank you, CJ.
Thank you.